Well. Look who it is. Joe Pal. With Big Boy in VR. Hello everybody, my name is Thomas Redchild. Welcome back to Derail Valley. I am back playing Derail Valley yet again. It's been a while, but I'm going to try to explain why I have been away for a while. I have some videos that will explain it a lot better. Of course, I was a little bit stressed out, but I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can. So, we're going to find ourselves a job to do with Mr. Big Boy. And just so you know, this Big Boy is the first ever... Well, this is not the first ever, but this is the first Derail Valley modded engine that came back after custom car loaders returned back. And just so if anyone wants this engine, you need to have the custom car loader, Unity Mod Manager, and custom licenses. And if you want to install other mods, there's a language helper that you need to install, but this engine I don't think needs that. So, but I think you need a language helper just for the custom car loader too. So, I think that's how it works. Anywho, so here we are inside the cab. Beautiful cab of the Big Boy. I have it already fired up with some coal and plenty of water. Alright, so I'm going to turn this switch on here. Sit myself down. There we go. And yeah. Alright, let's go and find ourselves a quick job to do. We're going to make this lawn. So what do we got here? Freight haul, testing machine factory in town. A little bit too long for me. Machine factory, or refinery. The food and factory in town, I could do a trip, but that Big Boy is not that fast, so I'm not going to do one. Here we go. 560 tons argon to the steel in mill. HBFH 86. Let's do it. And E40. Get on here. Go to the harbor. E is right there. So, and it's... I always forget my numbers. This is why I always have this E40. So let's go ahead and head over to the Big Boy. And we'll go ahead and label it first before we do anything else. Yeah, we'll get some of my stuff out of here, by the way. There we go. E40. So I believe for... Yep, it's over here. Not that, but this guy right over here. There's a shunting job over here. That's another shunting job. E7, here it is, E40. This is what we want. And this is, yep, HPFH 86. That is the same number. Switch this over to that. And we'll go ahead and get back in the Big Boy. And we'll go ahead and do our job. Let me make sure everything is lubricated here, by the way. So, that's fine. And that's fine. Over here to this side. That is lubricated. This side, that's fine. This side, that's lubricated just fine. And that's fine. Okay. They're all fine. Okay. So. Reverse. Some of the cocks are open. No water. Break off. Cut out open. 3. Whistle toots backwards. And we're moving. Yeah, so my life has been pretty busy so far. I also kept the volume down too, so you guys can hear me, because these guys can be freaking loud sometimes. Because that's just the beauty of driving vehicles. I did not switch the switch correctly. I should have looked at that. The switch is still pointed that direction. Off to a flying start. Get myself over there. Once I get into place, then I'll talk to you about. I'm gonna switch this switch first. And switch this switch. Alright, there. Now we're good. I should have checked every switch before running back over here. Blame myself. Okay. To the ceiling. And yeah, going real slow. I don't care. Get myself back over there. Whoop. There's a sign. Okay, that should be quick enough. Maybe not. There we go. Now it's quick enough. This is not how you do a hand gesture, I don't think. Alright. Snap it on there. Crank. Clank. Big boy instantly stops because it's getting air through there. Alright. Go all the way down here. And we shall release this handbrake. And it's 704. Let's get this 704 all the way down here to 949. Alright, that is all correct. And the switches are all switched correctly. So, highball. Forward. Forward. 2 toots on the whistle and go. No wheel slip. This is nothing for the big boy. Now this is 560 tons. I don't think I've ever hauled a job this heavy, but we'll see how this goes. I'm going way too quick already. Slow on down there, boy. So I'm not in the correct direction. There we are. Let's see. My coal is running just fine. We'll leave it like that. Look at that articulation, baby. Articulation is fine. Okay, stop it. Okay, now we got a long train load, so I'm just gonna try to get it as much as I can. And I'm gonna to the ceiling. See, this big boy can do anything. Let's see. Coal is running way too hot, so we'll turn the dampers off for now. Well, I guess we'll open them up just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, go ahead and make screechy sounds at 41 kilometers. See if I can. Now, if you saw in the last video, when I went through a tunnel, Big Boy stopped. Will she stop? That appears to be... Oh no, she won't stop. Beautiful. Now, I could do 70, but I don't like looking at the map as much, so. Now, I do have my stoker on just a little bit. Try not to fill the fire up. So while we're on this journey, I will now start explaining as to why I've been away. To start off, this dates all the way back to January, maybe in December. I think it was somewhere, maybe, yeah, well, I don't think it was December. I think it was in January, yeah. I think January, I was playing a game of Derail Valley. I did not record it, I don't think. Maybe I did. And then all of a sudden, the game crashed. And I'm like, okay, why did my game crash? Is it a Wi-Fi issue? Because I play this game through Airlink. I don't play it through the link cable anymore because the link cable sucks. So I tried it again, and the game did not want to load. I'm like, that's weird. Why doesn't the game want to load into VR? Because what happens, before, I will be able to access the start menu, and then when I hit the start button on the game and try to get inside the main game itself, it still would not start. It would still crash. I'm like, okay, why is it crashing? And then I discovered that on the Meta Horizon Link app, when you go into the software on your computer, there is no controllers. I don't see my controllers on there. I'm like, huh, that's interesting, because Meta Oculus just actually updated not too long ago after I played that game when it crashed. I'm like, okay, so Meta broke their VR. And then, a couple of days later, I cannot connect to it. Not even through the link cable, and not even through the Airlink. Okay, I'm like, okay. So I started searching on Reddit to find answers as to see if anyone else was experiencing this, and what do I know? People were experiencing this. I wasn't the only one, so that's a plus, thank goodness. So yeah, what I did was I raided for a little bit while longer, and a couple of days later, Meta had another update, and they finally fixed the issue where you cannot sync your VR or use your VR to play games, or connect your VR to the Meta Link app, whatever you call it, the app, whatever you call it. And they fixed that, but they still haven't fixed the controllers. So I tried loading up the game again. No, game wouldn't load. I'm like, ugh, that's freaking great, so I can't play Derail Valley anymore. Well, almost I cannot play Derail Valley anymore. I found a solution that I could play it through Steam VR. Steam VR is... you don't really have to use Steam VR if you own an Oculus VR. You can use the Oculus VR boot with Derail Valley and not the Steam VR boots. And so I used the Steam VR boots, and that worked, but there was a ton of lag, okay? There was a ton of lag to it. So I made a gameplay video saying that, okay, I got the game working in Steam VR, but I don't think this is going to last, because right after I tried to access the Steam VR menu, when you hit a button, my computer just froze. It just froze. Yeah. I couldn't do anything to it. So I'm like, Come on. Why me? Why does this have to happen? So then what I did was I waited again, and then I had a brainstorm. What if I tried this on my old gaming computer? Because I actually have two gaming computers. My new gaming computer was supposed to be replaced with my old one because my old one broke. Until I found out why, and it was all because there was a driver mixed up, and a driver was corrupted. So what I did to my old gaming computer was I put a solid state drive hard drive in it, because on my old gaming computer it had a hard disk drive in it, which a hard disk drive is what rotates inside it, and a solid state drive is just solid. It doesn't move at all. So I put a solid state drive in there, and my goodness, did it fix the speediness on my old gaming computer a whole lot. Alright, I'm just saying, it fixed my gaming computer a whole lot. So then what I did was I decided to play Derail Valley again on my old gaming computer. Same freaking thing happened. Couldn't get the Derail Valley to load up through the Oculus VR boots because, again, the controllers were not showing up in the Oculus VR software. So then I played with Steam VR again. It works, and there wasn't as much lag as I thought. At first, I thought it was my new gaming computer broken, but then I realized it was just Meta's fucking problem the whole fucking time. So I decided not to play Derail Valley, and I waited until there was an updates for Meta to fix their fucking issue with the Oculus VR boot. So I waited and waited and waited, and I started getting tired of waiting to get a VR. I started to get tired of waiting to get my Derail Valley gameplay back up, until one day I decided to get on my VR just to play Derail Valley through Steam VR again, and Meta updated. I'm like, okay, Meta updated. Let's see if the controllers work. Go onto the Oculus VR software. Yes, the controllers in fact do show up. I'm like, ooh, okay, this is good. So I go to launch of Derail Valley, and my controllers did not show up in the game, nor can I not move any of my controllers. I couldn't do this in the game. That's because a driver was not running for Oculus to respond to the game. So what I did was I shut down my computer, restarted my computer back up, and what do you know, that fixed it. And so, here I am. I am back playing Derail Valley yet again. And so that's my story of why I was gone. Because Meta sucks really bad. I hate Meta now, after all that. So, yeah. Just so you know, wasn't a me problem, wasn't a computer problem, it was just a Meta problem the whole gosh darn time. And I hate Meta for that. So yeah, that was my lovely experience with Meta. Oh well. Just oh well. Alright. Okay, so we are almost to the steel mill. I realize I don't have my map. I don't know where my map is. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know where my map is. So, I know the maps too well now, so I'm gonna start slowing myself down here. So yeah, for anyone who couldn't play Derail Valley through the Oculus VR at the time, well, I explained my journey. What was your journey if you had an Oculus VR? Leave it down in the comments, because I would like to know how you went through it, because it was hell for me. Just saying. So, yeah. Never again. Never again. Do that. Oh gosh. So I thought I turned the stoker on. I guess I'll let the stoker off. We'll get some coal in you, will ya? Alright, so we are almost to our destination. Boy, I love driving this thing. Get some coal back in there. There she goes. She's getting some coal back in there now. Ooh. I'm no longer sitting down, by the way. I'm also standing up. Hey, get some water in you. Come on, get some water. She's refusing to get water. Oh, you're gonna fucking blow up, aren't you? You fucking piece of shit. Awesome. Come on. There she goes. Our water's back up now. Remember to check your sight glass, folks. Isn't that what happened? Alright, so where do we have to go with this load? B3I. I have no clue where that's at. Alright. This big boy has good brakes, unlike the 8F. Alright, so she's still getting some water in her. Has plenty of coal. Got some blower action going on too, so you can get some real good fire going on there. Look at those brake pads! Alright, so 3I is obviously over here. So that switch is switched correctly, that switch is not switched correctly. Put that back over there. Slam it into reverse. I don't need to change my light. And go ahead and do a little spin. See if I care. We get some water back in her now. To the roof. Or ceiling. Yeah, go do your little wheel slip chirps. I suggest you not run a steam loco like this, by the way. Just so you're aware. Alright, that's plenty of water. And we'll shut our blower back off. Because that's not necessary anymore. And we'll go almost all the way to the end. Anyone who wants to make another engine mod, please do what WhistleWiz did with their whistle programming, because that is a solid whistle programming for me in VR. It is so well done. I absolutely love it. So whoever makes another mod, copy WhistleWiz's wizard, because WhistleWiz's whistle, because that is a good programmed whistle. Alright, apply that and brake. Uncouple you. Put you into the uncouple that. Move the big boy out of the way. Move this big loco out of the way. This big loco is really in the way of everything. Full payment. Do not wheel slip, or else I will kill you. I will punch you in the face. You don't have to use the train brake anymore. Just use the independent brake. You newbie. Alright. Turn that back off. And we'll turn our whistle back off too. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, my cab light is on. Apparently my cab light don't work. Oh, never mind, it doesn't work. It's just the switch is backwards. Okay, anywho. So that's getting full now. As it does not have plenty of coal. If it did, we get more coal in there. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn this work order in to the station office. Ow! Ah, crap. In progress. Some cars. Ooh. Oopsie. Did I derail some cars? No, I didn't, because. Oh. Nope, I'm not in this. I'm not in the train all the way. I'm not in the siding all the way. Well, I'm doing really great, guys. L train engineer here. Oh, dear, 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 dear. I can just get this back up there. There we go. That's better. Alright, back up and try this again. Okay, is that good enough? Yes, it is. And we'll pull ahead just a little bit more. Wear the brakes off that one car because I don't feel like taking the handbrake off. Yeah, go and wheel slip. I guess I don't need to open the cylinder cocks too. Whoa, whistle. Calm down. Okay, that's... Nope, that's good enough. That's good enough. That's good enough. Is that in there all the way now? Good. Jeepers creepers. Alright, take two. Trying again. And the handbrake is activated. I don't need to sit. But I don't need to deactivate it. In. Go. Off. Uncheck. Move. Out of the way. Forward. Release. Go. That's how you do it, buddy. That is how you do it. I'll turn it off. There we go. Take two! Wrong thing. Work order. Shit. There she is. Okay. Oh, what do you know? My map. Beautiful. Take three! Validate order. Yeah, sure. Oh, it's still stuck in there. Oh, come on. Seriously? Wait a second, does that say 711 minutes? What the fuck? Oh. Hold on, I still have the wrong thing. There. Take over 9,000! Jesus Christ, okay. You, in there. Money, grab. Thank you very much. You, fuck off. You, fuck off. Ugh! Alright, that's the end of the video. Thank you all so much. Okay, yeah, I'm just super happy to be back playing Derail again. I miss playing this game. And yeah, experience my stupid, hilarious, mishaps. I've been Thomas Fritchow, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more videos of me driving trains in Derail Valley, comment, subscribe. I have more videos I would like to release before I make new ones, so I'm going to release them after this. But thank you all so much for watching for this epic return. I'm Thomas Fritchow, hope to get back to you guys soon with maybe a new mod engine. Who knows? I've been Thomas Fritchow, I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now, everyone.